welcome back to a new Ben 10 video, and today we are doing a reacting video. It's been a while since I did these, I think, the reaction videos, so... This video is called Ranking the Strongest Ben 10 Aliens. Basically, I want to react to people that don't
skimmed through.
So, I was looking through, people that are not really into Ben 10, and if you want to, I'm gonna... Hold up. Sub to TV guy before I start the video. Just take a minute, sub to him. So basically I was doing this because he doesn't really make Ben 10 videos, and I just want to see how he talks about Ben 10. That's what I'm here for. I just want to see his top 10. He's the strongest aliens, basically. So.
5 series and 393 episodes to find the best of the best when it comes to otherworldly organisms. And am here to pass on that info to you in far less mind-numbing fashion. After all, you wouldn't want all that work I did to go to waste, right? Right? With that out of the way, I'll say this now. This is gonna be slightly subjective, but I'll do my best to stick to facts and logic.
Alright, I'm here to correct you on that.
For a show about a kid with a watch that turns him into a bunch of aliens.
That makes sense.
Here we go. Starting off our list at the number 10 spot, yeah, we're gonna do a top 10 list for this, folks. We've one that may kind of surprise you. So, do you remember in the original Ben 10 series how Ben had an alien named Heat Blast? I mean, you probably...
TV guy, please. Don't put him at top 10. Please don't put him at top 10. I mean, I'll be surprised. A lot of people don't know this, but Swamp Fire is stronger than Heat Blast. Well, he was showing other clips, so he probably know.
He was the first alien he transformed into, after all. Regardless, Heat Blast was an alien with pyrokinesis, meaning he had complete control over fire. He could shoot fire, absorb fire, turn into a freaking fire tornado if he wanted to, and he could also fly by blasting himself into the air. All of that is pretty strong, so I mean, I think it's fair to say that he'd be more than a fine inclusion on this list, but surprise, he's not gonna show up here. Let me explain.
Okay, he actually might be cooking. Okay, explain. Why? He says, what?
But first, so do you remember in the original Ben 10 series how Ben had an alien named Wildvine?
You're not
going
to put him on
who had chlorokinesis, meaning
you're not going to put him before Heat Blast.
He had complete control over plants. He was also stretchy and could shoot smoke bombs and thorns and stuff. Okay, he may not be as cool as Heat Blast, but still, pretty solid alien as well. But here's the twist. What if I told you that you could have the powers of these two pretty...
Okay, he's talking about Swamp Fire. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Bro actually does know about Ben 10. Okay, he's talking about Swamp Fire.
Combined into one much more powerful one. Well, you can with our number 10 alien on our list, Swamp Fire. Debuting in Ben 10 Alien Force, this guy is just a little bit busted. And like I said, he's basically got the powers of both Wildvine and Heat Blast. He's got flight, he's got fireballs, he's...
But is he top 10 though? What? Yeah. Hold up. Is he top 10 though? Swamp Fire top 10.
Got weird seed thingies he throws, and a little bit more too. Swamp Fire has the ability to reattach limbs, slip through tight spaces.
This mustn't register on an emotional level. First, discombobulate.
And has a lot of stuff he's just straight up invulnerable to, like freezing temperatures, for instance. And the best part is, and you'll be hearing this a lot in this video, that's not even his final form. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's just... And the best part is, and you'll be hearing this a lot in this video, that's not even his...
I will be surprised because there's a debate which, this Swamp Fire is stronger than Ultimate Swamp Fire, which is pretty crazy to think about. It makes sense too because Ultimate Swamp Fire couldn't control. What is it? I forgot. But I don't know. The Swamp Fire should be stronger than Ultimate Swamp Fire.
His final form, because yes, ladies and gentlemen, Swamp Fire can evolve into Ultimate Swamp Fire.
Oh no. don't. Well, I don't know. It's like a controversial thing. Swamp Fire transforming or Ultimate Swamp Fire. I think Ultimate Swamp Fire is weaker than Evolved Swamp Fire or Seasoned Swamp Fire, but
a bigger, bluer version of himself. And if you know anything about fire, blue is hotter. So, canonically, Ultimate Swamp Fire is hotter than normal Swamp Fire. Don't take that out of context. Anywho, this big blue blazing beefcake takes the Swamp Fire species, the Methanosian, to the next level, giving him super speed, super strength, and also a little bit of intangibility to radiation to the next level, giving him super speed, super strength, and also a little bit of intangibility.
I don't know if you count that thing as super speed. It's more like juking out.
Ability to radiation to boot, because he really needed it, you know. Next up, we have Diamond.
Wait, so
Head, who's really kind of one of the MVPs of the series.
Is Swamp Fire number 10? He's
been around since the very beginning, and has a pretty simple gimmick. He's made of ultra-durable diamond, and he can control it as well. Sounds simple, maybe even too simple, but those abilities actually pack much more of a punch than they may let on. For starters, Petrosapiens, the alien race Diamond Head is, can shoot out crystals at will, and with them being nearly indestructible and all, you can probably guess just how dangerous that can be. On that note, he can also morph his arms into whatever he feels like. Hammers, knives, you name it, he can do it. And it doesn't just stop at limbs either, as he can just create a large mass of crystals from the ground to wreak massive amounts of havoc across an area. Being a Diamond 2, he can just straight up reflect lasers or whatever else he feels like, or just tank the hits because, well, he's incredibly durable. And if he does manage to break a little, he can just regenerate at a moment's notice. But it's not just lasers and weapons he's invulnerable to. He can also breathe underwater because, why not? And most importantly of all,
he can breathe underwater? Hold up. What? If he's... Okay, we're not gonna look that up. We'll look it up later. What?
He's pretty much invulnerable to aging. Yeah, diamonds age incredibly slowly. And so, if Ben really felt like it, he could just chill his Diamond Head till the end.
Okay, he's right about that, but the underwater...
time. Only if he wanted to, though. We've all seen that one picture of Skips from a regular show.
Yep.
Immortality can be as much of a curse as it is a blessing. Getting away from ethics now, I'll end off this discussion about Diamond Head by listing off two of my favorite abilities of his. He's also able to fly just by launching himself off of crystals he creates from the ground. So take that, Swamp Fire. Launching yourself via crystals is so much cooler than doing it via fire. And finally, as displayed by Tetrax, another Petrosapien, he can engulf people in crystals.
Yep.
Carbonite style. That is horrifying. Moving right along, we're looking at gray matter. Okay, hear me out.
Wait.
So when Ben turns into a Galvan,
is he numbering them now? So gray matter would be number...
The alien that gray matter is, he becomes super tiny.
Get off me, you tiny little...
Alright, I understand that doesn't sound that crazy. Hell, some of you may think that Ben effectively is nerfing himself when he gets that small. And while I can kinda almost agree...
Yeah, I probably need to watch the full video, right? But, like, is he putting gray matter, or is he ranking the strengths now, or is he just giving, like... alien examples before he ranks the aliens?
With that, if we're talking about sheer strength, I've got some info that may help me prove my point a little. So here's the thing. Already, you can kind of use that size to your advantage if you're smart. You can easily evade your enemies and hide away with ease, or even head into whatever technology you see and screw it up. That's pretty solid, I'd say. But here's the other thing about gray matter and technology. Whenever Ben becomes a Galvan, he gains the intellect of the species.
No.
And Galvans just so happen to be some of the smartest...
Well, he's right about that. They become more smarter, but... I forget what the reboot said. Like, in Ben 10 Reboot, they fixes where, let's say if Ben studies what he knows, right? Like, what they teach him in school and he forgets it, and he turns the gray matter, and he's able to like understand some things. So he doesn't know everything in the world just like that. Like Ben 10's gray matter isn't like, he's still human, but he's like, he has the genius. But what I'm saying is he can't build an Omnitrix with gray matter.
Creatures in the universe, so you can probably guess where this is going. As a Galvan, Ben's enhanced intellect allows him to understand a machine and its functions just by looking at it. And with all the deadly space technology that exists in the universe of Ben 10, that's a lot of potential chaos in the mind of the little guy. He can also make advanced mechanisms with a bunch of junk he finds lying around. And so, if he starts to pick up on what makes a Doomsday device tick, suffice to say,
what I think why gray matters is so smart is because when Ben looks at alien technology that he never seen before, I believe when he turns gray matter doesn't know the technology either, but he comes up with like a billion theories of what it is, and he gets it right. He like probably breaks it down, and then
if he felt like destroying a small city, I betcha he could do it. But let's not stop at cities. Let's think about the entire universe's demise instead. Though, fair warning, this is a bit of wishful thinking. So, this is Azimuth, a Galvan himself, and also creator of the Omnitrix.
I'm still not sure the universe is worth saving, but while I think about it...
Azimuth made the Omnitrix, a tool that ended up causing entire races to go to war over the potential wartime benefits it could serve. Races to go to war over...
is worth saving, but while I think about it...
Azimuth made the Omnitrix, a tool that ended up causing entire races to go to war.
I don't think the Omnitrix created races to go to war. I think it was it was Vilgax who wanted the Omnitrix, and he was like conquering planets and stuff to become stronger as Ben. So it's mostly... You can't blame Azimuth. You have to blame Vilgax because he was like, he wanted that Omnitrix.
Or over the potential wartime benefits it could serve. Hypothetically, Ben could make more Omnitrixes as gray matter if he felt like it, and create his own army to take...
It's just, I don't think so, because you have to remember that Azimuth is like a one-of-a-kind, especially in his species. Because as we can see in Omniverse, species is like kind of like they're smart, but like mostly like normal. I don't know, normal smart, but like you can tell gray matter's like built different. I mean, not gray matter. I mean, Azimuth is built different than his own race. Like he stands out. So I highly doubt his species can make an Omnitrix, but I will say they are smarter than humans. But then again, what are those two gray matters that fix Ben's Omnitrix with a bubble gum?
Go over the galaxy in pretty quick fashion. All thanks to that ginormous brain inside his dumb-looking head. However, another fun fact about Azimuth, he implanted a bomb in the Omnitrix that once detonated can destroy the entire universe. Because the Omnitrix wasn't powerful enough as is. And again, hypothetically, Ben could recreate this bomb as gray matter if he so felt inclined, and potentially do it with spare car parts he'd find in a junkyard. That is terrifying. But okay, here's the deal. Ben is an idiot. Not gray matter has been, just the kid, Benjamin Tennyson. So while we do know that Ben's intelligence gets a massive bump when he goes Galvan, does that bump take him up to Azimuth level IQ?
No.
Again, I'd say it's kinda wishful thinking. Or I guess like not so wishful thinking considering I don't wish for the death of the universe, but you get my point.
You know what I just realized? I don't think... Okay, let's say if Ben does make the Omnitrix, right? How is he going to get the DNA? Like, it's just, it's the Omnitrix, but it's like
And still,
powerless.
the potential damage
DNA.
Ben could cause as gray matter, even without the bombs and Omnitrix army and stuff, is enough to rank him on this list, in my opinion.
Number 8.
Size doesn't matter, folks.
I didn't, so... Wow. Okay, yeah. I believe gray matter is stronger than... I like this. No one... Like, this is respect, bro. Oh, but then again, you have energy, you have... Yeah, I think gray matter is... Yeah.
Unless you're talking about IQ size. Or bomb size, I guess. Alright, this next one is a tricky placement, and you'll understand what I mean later on. But here's the deal.
Oh, you know what? I think he's ranking gray matter as azimuth. Because he's giving, like, azimuth's credit to gray matter. Which, in my opinion, azimuth is stronger. Not stronger, I mean, it's way more smarter than Ben's gray matter. You could say even Ken 10 is even more smarter because he unlocked master control with his gray matter. I don't know.
We're looking at Ghost Freak.
Whoa.
Ghost Freak is an ectoneurite, meaning he's basically whatever you think of when you think ghosts turned up to 11. I'll handle this guy, you sus. Ghost Freak can fly. Just straight up. No pushing off the ground with fire.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. This tier list is getting very good. This is probably the best tier list already. If he puts Ghost Freak, like... Because Ghost Freak could probably, like... mind control a lot of aliens, and people don't think about that. Because, in my opinion, Ben Tennyson's Ghost Freak is way stronger than Sascare's, only because his Ghost Freak is unaffected by the sun.
Or diamonds or whatever, he can just do it. He can become intangible and fly through anything, and then become tangible once more at the opportune moment. Good luck getting into a fist fight with an opponent you can't hit. Oh, and he can rip his chest open and stab you with tentacles he's storing away in there. And telekinesis too, can't forget that. But here's the real kicker. Ghost Freak can possess people. And not just that, but he can fly around with those people too, and then phase out of them, leaving them to die potentially. But that's not the worst of it still. As if he feels like it, Ghost Freak can just straight up wipe someone's consciousness while he's possessing them, effectively turning you into a brainless zombie husk of yourself. Oh, and all of this is enhanced if you're in perfect darkness. So yeah, I don't know what you want me to say here. Ghost Freak doesn't mess around. But here's the problem with him. Some of those things have asterisks. For instance, Ghost Freak can be rejected by an individual with a strong enough will, and he can be electrocuted or gooped by this orange juice looking thing while he's intangible.
Okay, only Krabby is one of a kind, and we never seen this ever again. It's kind of weird how... I wonder if Krabby has had history with these species before, because, like, maybe his suit is designed to deal with this species. Maybe he's like a ghost hunter, Krabby. Krabby's mystery backstory. I think Krabby has the coolest design out of... Hold up, where's Krabby at?
For instance, Ghost Freak can be rejected by an individual with a strong enough will, and he can...
Yep, Krabby, in my opinion, has the best design. It'd be so cool to see him as, like, if Ben turned into him. I would like that. He is an alien. But we don't know if, like, a little alien's inside of him. But, like, I don't know. Because he has a sword right here. He has a sword, and I don't know. I think his species is... Well, maybe not, but maybe he's like a ghost hunter.
Can be electrocuted or gooped by this orange juice looking thing while he's intangible. I mean, I get some people hate pulp, but I never thought it'd be that bad.
Your protoplasm is now
The biggest issue with Ghost Freak, though, is the scare. So, to make a very...
Don't put... Well, you could see Sascaris is Ben's transformation because of Alien Force with Vilgax versus Assembly. You can't... Don't put Sascaris and Ghost Freak in the same category. You don't do that. Because we never see Ben use, like his powers with Ghost Freak, so... Using Sascaris isn't fair.
Very long story short, the DNA the Omnitrix took for Ghost Freak just so happened to be a piece of Zascare.
No, it wasn't. Sascaris was not a DNA. Sascaris was not a DNA of the Omnitrix. Sascaris was a prisoner inside of the Omnitrix, or got stuck inside of the Omnitrix. And then he was looking for a way out, and the way out was when Ben was using Ghost Freak, when turning into Ghost Freak.
And so, after being trapped for so long, he broke free and then tried to take over the planet by turning everyone purple and covering the world in darkness. That's kinda a safety hazard, I'd say. Now, granted, Ben gets Ghost Freak back later after defeating the scare, but again, still a big risk to just be carrying that.
No, it's not a big risk no more. It's not. Why? Well, Omniverse Ben doesn't have the risk no more, but like, I think Ben's good now. Ben is good to use Ghost Freak now. He doesn't risk the scare, so like, but don't put that weakness into Ghost Freak.
Baggage with you all the time, so he's not gonna go any higher than this on the list.
Okay, really? He's using Ghost Freak does not put you at a risk of letting Sascare out, because Sascare and Ghost Freak are two different characters. Like Omniverse and Ultimate Alien, because he turned into an Ultimate Alien, he turned into Ghost Freak without obviously the risk of Sascares. And then we seen Ben using Ghost Freak in Omniverse, which Ben was scared to use in Omniverse, but he still used them without any effects, so
for me. Following that, the next alien on our list is Way-Big, who is...
I'm not mad at the ranking. I mean, I believe Ghost Freak deserves top 10, but to be, like, handicapped because this YouTuber thinks Sascaris and Ghost Freak are the same person, it's not it.
Is Way-Big. Who'd have guessed? Way-Big first showed up at the end of the first Ben 10 movie, Secret of the Omnitrix. In that movie, Vilgax, you know, the space warlord who has it out for Ben and the Omnitrix for the entire series, is taken care of uber quickly.
No way. This is the first time I ever seen someone put Way-Big. He's putting him at, so Gray Matter's at 8, 7. Bro. Oh my gosh. Way-Big does not make the top 5. Oh my gosh. Because who do I think that is stronger than 5 aliens that I can think that are stronger than Way-Big? I think Clockwork, because we did see Way-Big lose to time energy when Neon shot him, right? So Clockwork, obviously, I say Big Chill. Big Chill can probably beat him. So that's Clockwork, Big Chill, Alien X, obviously. For maybe Energy. If he puts Energy, that'd be, or no, Ultimate Echo and maybe Atomics. Yeah, that's probably the 5 aliens. So I'm gonna guess his top 5. So Alien X, Atomics, Big Chill. Did I say Clockwork? Yep, Clockwork. And Energy, I think that maybe.
By Way-Big, when he, and I'm not joking here, quickly tosses him out of the atmosphere and into the cold vacuum of space.
Yep.
Let me remind you, this is the main antagonist of the series we're talking about. And this was the first time Ben had become Way-Big. But is that not big enough for you? Well, okay. What if Vilgax was bigger? Or say even the same size as Way-Big? Nope, doesn't matter. Back to space with you, dummy. He's still getting tossed like a sack of worthless space potatoes.
Yep.
And yeah, as well as being able to just toss people beyond the stratosphere.
Oh, I forgot about feedback. So, okay, let me reset. So, Alien X, Atomics, Big Chill, Feedback, and Clockwork. I don't know if he has room for
Way-Big
energy,
is ultra durable, can jump super high, and can also just...
Oh, wait. Hold up. I forgot again. So you're probably thinking, stop pausing the video. Okay, let me reset the top 5 because I forgot an alien. If he's a true Ben 10 fan, I am scared to say this alien, but it's basically my It's basically my profile picture. So, I'm gonna say my profile picture, alright? On YouTube, so...
Shoot beams out of his arms. He can also survive space, and can run so fast, he creates a vacuum. That's a planet-wrecking move, potentially. And guess what? That's not even his final form! Ultimate Way Big is all this and more. He's bigger and stronger than before, and is also able to nearly butcher an immortal Cthulhu-esque demon from another dimension with his beam.
That's awesome.
He may not be able to beat old Dagon, but how about this? You try to take out a Lovecraftian monster beyond your comprehension.
So he's putting all the information into the aliens. All right, I see what you're doing now. It makes sense. It makes sense what you're doing. Besides Ghost Rick, all right.
And then come back and criticize Way Big all you want. Also, gotta say this, Way Big is just straight up Ultraman. Shoutouts to the viewers who are fans of semi-obscure Japanese pop culture from the 60s and 70s like I am.
I did not know this. What is that? What the?
Next up, we have Clockwork, a big old
Oh,
metal
yeah.
guy.
Okay, I got...
Now, at
Okay,
first
I got
glance, this
one right.
lumbering
I got
hunk of
one right.
gears looks like nothing more than a below-average living humanoid clock creature. He's slow, he's got a funny German accent,
Clockwork's not good for... Take a dump.
and even as a clock, he doesn't have hands. I'm supposed to tell the time with him.
Oh, wait a minute.
I meant clock.
I wonder if he's going to add Big Chill to this list. If he does, he's probably not. I would assume Big
Hands,
Chill.
by the way. He has normal hands,
'Cause
don't worry. But for what he lacks
I
in
don't know
hour
if
and minute
Clockwork-
hands, Clockwork makes up for in sheer brokenness. Clockwork is indeed
Yeah,
a
he's
giant
broken.
mechanical clock, and so yeah, does move a bit slow. But does that really matter when you can control time itself and speed yourself up by slowing down time whenever you feel like it? Or you can always just piss around and speed up time if you feel like it too. There's always that. Being in touch with and control.
Now, I shouldn't say this, but in my opinion, Clockwork is very strong, but like he is very sensitive because he has gears in his body, and besides that one scene where he's not bulletproof.
Of all
So
time,
that's a downer.
Clockwork is also able to just figure out exactly when something happened.
this
or
scene.
when
Okay. You say figure out what happened, but this is the scene where this guy shoots him in the back.
when something is going to happen. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he showed it.
Get out of here. So
He
able to
showed
just
it.
figure out exactly when
Right
something
when I
happened.
predicted.
Or when something is going to happen.
See? Actually, I forget where the shot came from. But, this is not a good look for Clockwork.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here, physics. Are you a Chrono Sapien? I think not. Take your tarot cards and shove them up your... Though, most notably, Clockwork has the ability to shoot these green beams out that can cause whatever time-related harm he can imagine. Want to send someone back in time? How about an alternate universe? Want to just de-age them to the point where they can't fight? Or how about you just age them up to the point where they're dust? Good
Yep.
news. If you're Clockwork, you can do so. Apparently, Clockwork also has the ability to time travel if he feels like it.
What a shocker.
Though, notably, Ben never did it in the show, so maybe it's harder than it seems?
Well, you could say when... You could... Or maybe you couldn't, but when Vilgax activated that bomb, right? And then... No, that doesn't
I don't know.
count.
It knocks a few points off for him, considering he is an alien whose gimmick is time-related garbage. But even still, this alien is a beast. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to move on to the next alien.
Oh, wait, energy is on
I
here.
had to make...
Okay, you can now put energy on here without adding Big Chill. If I really hope Big Chill's on here because I believe Big Chill can probably eat energy. Probably thinking, whoa, he can't do that. Do your research. I think Big Chill can have like energy for like dinner.
the joke, and you can't stop me.
Wait, energy.
Next up.
Oh, okay, this is actually the best ranking, but like energy strong. Well, I wonder if like it could be actually because like we seen we've seen Energy fight with with Jet Ray. And then when Jet Ray was making physical contact with Energy, he was going right through him. Right? So I wonder... Yeah, he could be stronger than Clockwork, actually. Yeah. I'm just saying, Clockwork versus Energy, man, if you're a Ben 10 YouTuber, that's like... That's a video right there. Clockwork versus Energy, man. That's
Energy.
A video.
There really isn't too much to say here, except this guy is radioactive. Which, yeah, radioactivity isn't anything to mess around with. If you're walking around anything...
Yeah, I think Kevin 11 said if you stay around... It's safe to stay around Energy, but like... Kevin 11 said if you stay around Energy for like 24 hours or 12 hours, you get like radiation poisoning.
Radioactive, chances are you aren't walking out the same. You're walking out with either less limbs than you walked in with, more limbs than you walked in with, or cancer. Or you just won't walk out at all, which is probably preferable here. So yeah, Energy shoots freaking cancer beams out of the vents in his suit, and those suckers will just tear away at your cells. But notice what I said there, the suit. That's not actually the alien at all. Inside the suit is the Pripyatos itself. When this guy is out of the suit, that's when you're really in trouble. You're invulnerable, you can fly, you can blast balls of energy at whatever you feel like, and worst of all, you can absorb any other energy nearby to become even more powerful.
Don't let him.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Energy is stronger than Clockwork in a way, because if Energy doesn't age, right? He shouldn't age. So if Clockwork shoots like a time energy at him, he could just absorb it. So, okay, I am agreeing. Yeah, this ranking makes sense. Yep.
So, say you wanted to go to a nuclear power plant as NRG, you'd be able to walk out, or I guess fly out, even more powerful than when you walked in.
Okay, please put Big Chill on the list.
Next up, we're looking at Gravitac, an alien who is a living planet.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about this alien. So this is the second alien minus Alien X, but like this is the only alien that Ben can make a black hole with if he like increases the gravity too much. So yeah, it makes sense.
Looks a little bit more like a living asteroid to me, but whatever. I guess you can see the core of his planetary body on his stomach, which proves he's a planet, but still looks like an asteroid to me. So we've got a walking planet. Great, that's already a threat in my eyes. If you folks know anything about how planets work, you know they've got a gravitational pull. And Gravitac, being a planet, does indeed check that box. Actually, he does a bit more than check the box. He draws another box next to it, and then checks that one as well. I say that because the guy doesn't just have a pull. He can control gravity itself, being able to change the direction to whatever he wants. To go along with that, if someone attacks his core enough, he starts to...
You know what? You could say he's the airbender of Ben 10 because, like, his species are peacekeepers, I believe, in that one episode.
Go into a meltdown and can explode, leveling massive areas of land
as a result. Episode right here,
so hopefully nobody does any oil fracking on a Galilean. Oh, also he can turn himself into a ball. God damn it, that's a planet form. My asteroid theory is dead. But all of this is kind of tame compared to some of our other contenders. What exactly does Gravitac do that gets him such a high placement on this list? Well...
He makes a black hole?
He can make black holes.
Yeah.
You know, black holes? The things that absorb matter and stretch it beyond comprehension? Yeah, a black hole. Now, the only issue with this is that when Ben did this back in Omniverse, it was because he was also dealing with some time beasts, which, when you mix space and time together, yeah, makes sense stuff like this would happen. Oop, wait, hold on. Just got a notification from Twitter. Not X, suck it, Elon. Anywho, let's read this real quick. Oh, it's from Duncan Rollo, one of the creators of Ben 10. How coincidental and convenient. Let me take a look here. Oh, okay. So, Gravitac can potentially create supermassive black holes on its own. Good to know. I think that just about says it all. Ranking at number 2 on today's list is Atomics. And get this, you won't believe it, he is an atomic alien.
Yep.
Now, we've already looked at Energy, who's powerful as is, but remember when I said he'd become more powerful if he walked into a nuclear reactor? Well, Atomics just straight up is a nuclear reactor, who can also fly. He's got more than just cancer beams, he's got cancer blasts, being able to decimate areas around him with a single punch. He always kinds a chance right before doing some crazy move, which, though it may be a little...
You know what I just thought of? Because, like, Ben 10 is so interesting when you rank aliens, because, like, when you rank one alien, there's counters, right? That's why ranking aliens in Ben 10 is so weird, because you could rank one alien and it will always be wrong in a way. Or it could be right. So, like, what could Atomics do if Gravitax summons a black hole? I want to know, what could he do? What could he do? I'm just curious. Make energy a shield around him? Is that going to save him from a black hole?
Noxious helps him focus and concentrate on his attack, which makes his stuff even stronger. So good for him, I guess. Still a bit braggadocious, though. I mean, come on, dude. And while Gravitac can create black holes, this guy can create stars. And what happens when a star explodes and dies? That's right, more black hole abilities.
I forgot about that, my bad.
Okay. It didn't matter anyway. Also, on multiple occasions, the guy just puts ultra-powerful aliens into space. So, I mean, what else do you guys need me to say? The dude is a space bomb. Now, before we hit our number 1 alien, let's do some honorable mentions.
Yeah, because... I'm surprised he didn't add feedback, because... feedback is... well... it's a hit or miss, because feedback are way big, right? Feedback versus way big. Depending on the situation, let's say, let's take it back to Ben versus Vilgax when there were giants, right? Could feedback defeat Vilgax when he was giant? Probably not, but like, now let's look at Wave Big versus Vilgax, right? That can win. So,
go ahead and make them quick, though. Big Chill. He's a big old blue butterfly boy who...
I think, in my opinion, I think Big Chill is, like, top 10.
Shoots ice, can become invulnerable, can fly, etc. Pretty cool.
Head.
Also, he can be red and more powerful. Pretty neat, right?
Okay.
Feedback. He can absorb anything. At one point, he shot a big bang at someone because he absorbed the energy.
Yep.
You wanted your very own big bang.
But I don't know how truthful that is, considering how puny this blast is. That's not a big bang, man. That's a tiny whimper right there. Humongousaur.
Whoa.
It's in the name. He's a giant dinosaur-looking guy.
It's hero time.
He can also be green if you're more into that. And finally, blocks. Legos! Alright, be honest. How many of you who clicked on this video knew what the number 1 placement was going to be going into it? Did any of you guys have a doubt it would be Alien X? Well,
Okay, wait, hold up. Now, hold up. He's probably not going to... So, it's all I gotta say is it's my profile picture if he does get it right.
oh, okay. If you don't know, here's the deal. This is
Okay,
Alien
he's not
X,
gonna say it.
a celestial sapien. When Ben transforms into him, he becomes solid as a statue. From there, he can do anything he wants.
Yeah.
He's a god. He's just a straight up god. He can reverse gravity, he can create whatever he wants, he can destroy whatever he wants, he can just do anything. At one point, he survived a bomb that wiped out the universe, and then subsequently rebuilt the universe.
I was too late to save the universe, so I used Alien X to make a whole new one.
There's not a single doubt about it. Alien X is the top of the list. He literally doesn't even exist on this plane of the universe. The only catch with him is that you have to convince these two green mask deities to agree with whatever it is you plan to do. Hell, you can even convince them to break their own rules and you could just start moving. No more statue problems. Surprise! I've I've talked about Alien X before on this channel, and I'll say it again. If you're a persuasive person and you have Alien X's power in your hands, everything is at your will. Existence itself can be altered with a single...
Yeah, some cases, but we learned that through our laws, right, that you have to follow. So if, let's say if our Earth were to blow up, right, and you decide to fix it, right, the laws coming after you.
Thought. And there we are, folks. The 10 strong...
Yep, best, this is the best ranking I have ever seen in my entire life. I would have to say, he put Ghost Freak on a handicapped when he puts us when he puts Sascaris and Ghost Freak at the same person. That's my only problem. Gray Matter, like, bro, like, the reason why people rank Gray Matter so low is it's because he's thinking that Ben's Gray Matter has the power to build the Omnitrix, right? But you have to remember, if Ben does make the Omnitrix, he has to go to every location to get the DNA, right? So he's putting Azimuth and Gray Matter as the same person. That's how he represented it, which is wrong. In my opinion, Azimuth, if this was Azimuth, if Ben had Gray Matter as smart as Azimuth, yes, 8th place. But no, yeah, I just wish Big Chill made it. This is amazing, and I think Season Swamp Fire is stronger than Ultimate Swamp Fire. So, other than that, dude, this is great. Now, I will say something. Actually, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to say the alien's name. It's my profile picture, but y'all guys have a nice day. This is the best tier list ever. Go sub to TV Guy, please. Go sub to him, and y'all guys have a nice day. Bye.